Many people want to speak English fluently, but they don't know where to start. They study grammar, memorize vocabulary, and practice pronunciation, but they still struggle in conversations. The truth is, you don't need thousands of words to speak well. If you focus on learning a few powerful words, your English will improve significantly. In this book, we will explore 15 essential words that will make a big difference in your fluency. Each chapter will introduce 3 words that are commonly used by native speakers. These words will help you sound more natural and confident when speaking English. You will learn their meanings, how to use them in sentences, and why they are important. If you practice using these words in your daily conversations, you will notice a big improvement in your English. Let's start with the first 3 words. The first word is actually. This word is used to correct information or emphasize a fact. For example, if someone says, "You are from Canada, right?" you can reply, "Actually, I'm from the US." It helps make your sentences sound more natural and precise. Native speakers use actually frequently, so practicing it will help you sound more fluent. Try using it in your conversations and notice how it makes a difference. The second word is definitely. This word is used to show certainty. For example, if someone asks, "Do you like learning English?" you can say, "Definitely. It's my favorite subject." It adds confidence to your sentences and makes you sound more sure of your words. Instead of just saying yes, using definitely makes your response stronger. It's a small change that has a big impact on your fluency. The third word is probably. This word is used when something is likely but not 100% certain. For example, "I will probably go to the party tonight." It softens your sentence and makes it sound more natural. Native speakers use probably all the time in daily conversations. By using it, you will sound more like a fluent English speaker. Pay attention to how native speakers use this word and try to include it in your own sentences. These 3 words, actually, definitely, and probably, are small but powerful. They help you express your thoughts clearly and naturally. In the next chapter, we will learn 3 more essential words that will take your English to the next level. Keep practicing, and you'll see a big improvement in your fluency. Chapter 2, Words that show agreement. Now that you've learned 3 useful words, let's explore 3 more that will help you sound more natural in conversations. These words are commonly used when agreeing with someone or expressing support. The more you use them, the more fluent you will become. Native speakers use these words in casual and formal conversations, making them essential for improving your fluency. The first word is absolutely. This word is stronger than yes and expresses complete agreement. It is commonly used when you want to emphasize your support for someone's opinion. For example, if someone says, "This movie is amazing," you can reply, "Absolutely. The acting was fantastic." It adds enthusiasm to your response and makes your English sound more engaging. When used correctly, absolutely helps you sound more like a native speaker because it makes your agreement sound stronger and more natural. The second word is exactly. This word is useful when confirming information or showing that you completely understand someone's point. Imagine someone explains a complicated idea and you fully agree with it. Instead of just saying yes, you could say exactly. That's what I was thinking too. It helps create a smoother conversation and shows that you are actively listening. By practicing exactly, you will notice that your conversations feel more interactive and engaging. The third word is totally. This word is very common in everyday English and is used to emphasize agreement. It is often used in informal conversations to show that you strongly agree with someone's opinion. For example, if someone says, "Learning English takes a lot of practice," you can reply, "Totally. You have to practice every day to get better." This makes your English sound more fluent and natural. By using totally, you add a friendly and relaxed tone to your speech. These three words, absolutely, exactly, and totally, will make your conversation sound smoother and more dynamic. They are simple but powerful tools to improve your fluency. Now, let's move on to the next chapter, where we will learn words that help you express your opinions effectively. Chapter 3: Words to Express Opinions. Being able to express your thoughts and opinions clearly is one of the most important skills in English. When you can confidently share your perspective, you will feel more comfortable speaking with native speakers. The following words will help you express your thoughts in a fluent and natural way. The first word is honestly. This word is commonly used when you want to express your true feelings about something. It adds sincerity to your statement and makes your speech sound more personal. For example, if someone asks, "Do you like learning English?" you can say, "Honestly, I think it's challenging but exciting." This makes your response feel more real and authentic. Native speakers use honestly to introduce their real opinions in both casual and serious conversations. The second word is personally. This word is useful when you want to make it clear that you are expressing your individual opinion. It is often used when discussing topics where different people have different perspectives. For example, personally, I prefer learning English by watching movies rather than reading textbooks. This shows that your opinion is based on your own experiences rather than general facts. Using personally makes your statements sound more natural and well-structured. The third word is basically. This word is useful when summarizing a complex idea or making something easier to understand. It is often used when explaining something in simple terms. For example, basically, if you want to improve your English, you need to practice every day. It helps break down information in a way that is clear and easy to follow. Native speakers use basically to simplify explanations, making it a valuable word for better communication. By using honestly, personally, and basically, you will be able to express your opinions clearly and naturally. These words help make your speech more fluid and engaging. In the next chapter, we will learn words that help add emotion to your conversations. Chapter 4: Words that add emotion. When speaking English, using emotion makes your conversations more interesting and expressive. Native speakers often use specific words to emphasize their feelings, making their speech more engaging. The following 3 words will help you add emotion and energy to your sentences. The first word is seriously. This word is used to emphasize something important or surprising. It can express frustration, excitement, or disbelief. For example, if someone says, "I learned 100 new words this week," you might reply, "Seriously? That's amazing." It makes your response more dynamic and natural. Native speakers also use seriously to show concern or urgency, such as seriously, you should start practicing English every day. The second word is luckily. This word is used when something good happens by chance. It helps express relief or gratitude for a positive situation. For example, luckily, I found a great teacher who helps me with my English. This word is commonly used when telling stories about fortunate events. By using luckily, you add an emotional element to your speech, making it more engaging and relatable. The third word is unfortunately. This word is the opposite of luckily and is used when talking about negative situations. It expresses disappointment or bad luck. For example, unfortunately, I missed my English class today because of traffic. It makes your sentences sound more natural and helps you express difficult situations in a smooth way. Using these words, seriously, luckily, and unfortunately, will add emotion and personality to your English. This will make your conversations more engaging and interesting. In the final chapter, we will learn 3 powerful words that will complete your journey to fluency. Chapter 5: The final 3 words. Now that you have learned 12 essential words, it's time to complete your list with the final 3. These words will help you sound more advanced and natural when speaking English. They're commonly used by fluent speakers and will help you improve your conversations. The first word is eventually. This word is used when something will happen after some time, even if it takes a while. It is useful when discussing goals or long-term changes. For example, if you keep practicing, eventually you will speak English fluently. It helps set expectations and shows patience. Native speakers use eventually to talk about future results that require effort. The second word is literally. This word is used to emphasize something strongly. It can be used to make descriptions more intense or to express disbelief. For example, I was literally so excited when I passed my English test. Many native speakers use literally in casual speech to exaggerate or emphasize emotions. Learning to use this word correctly will help you sound more natural. The third word is especially. This word is used to highlight something important. It helps you specify key details in your sentences. For example, I love learning languages, especially English. This makes your speech more precise and clear. Especially is commonly used when making recommendations or preferences. With these final three words, eventually, literally, and especially, you now have a powerful set of vocabulary that will greatly improve your English. By practicing these words daily, you will sound more fluent, confident, and natural. Keep using them, and soon you will notice a big difference in your conversations. Chapter 6: Words that show certainty. When speaking English, it's important to sound confident, especially when you want to express a strong belief or fact. Using the right words can make your speech sound more convincing and natural. Many learners struggle with expressing certainty because they rely too much on basic words like yes or I think. While these words are useful, they don't always communicate strong confidence. That's why native speakers use certain words to reinforce their statements and sound sure of what they are saying. Learning these words will help you express yourself with more authority and persuasion. The first word you need to know is definitely. This word is often used when you want to confirm something with strong conviction. It's stronger than yes and sounds more natural when agreeing with someone or emphasizing a point. For example, if someone asks, "Do you think listening to English podcasts helps improve fluency?" Instead of just saying yes, you can say definitely. Listening to native speakers every day will improve your fluency much faster. This makes you sound confident and knowledgeable. Another powerful phrase is without a doubt. This expression is used when you're completely sure about something. It's similar to definitely, but it sounds even stronger. Imagine someone asks you, "Is it possible to learn English in 6 months?" You can reply, "Without a doubt." If you immerse yourself in English daily, you can make incredible progress in just a few months. This phrase works well when you want to encourage someone or emphasize a fact that you strongly believe in. The last word in this category is certainly. This word is commonly used in formal situations or polite conversations. It expresses certainty, but in a respectful and professional way. For example, if someone asks, "Will you be attending the English workshop tomorrow?" Instead of saying yes, you can say, "Certainly, I wouldn't miss it." This makes your response sound more elegant and natural. Using words like certainly will also help you in business or academic settings where a more refined tone is necessary. By incorporating definitely, without a doubt, and certainly into your daily conversations, you will sound more confident and fluent. These words help you communicate strong beliefs effectively and naturally, making your English sound more polished and advanced. Chapter 7. Words for making polite requests. Politeness is a crucial part of English communication. Unlike some languages where directness is acceptable, English speakers often use softer, more indirect phrases to make requests. If you ask too directly, you might sound rude or demanding, even if that's not your intention. Learning the right words will help you sound more polite, friendly, and respectful, making your conversations smoother and more effective. One of the most common polite words in English is could. While can is also used to make requests, could sounds much more polite and professional. Compare these two sentences. Can you help me with my English homework? And could you help me with my English homework? The second one sounds softer and more respectful, making the other person more likely to respond positively. Could is extremely useful in formal settings, such as the workplace or academic environments. Another polite phrase that English speakers often use is "would you mind?" This is an excellent way to ask for help or request something without sounding too direct. For example, instead of saying, "give me your phone," you can say, "would you mind lending me your phone for a moment?" This simple change makes your request much more polite and considerate. If you're in a restaurant, instead of saying, "bring me the menu," you can say, "would you mind bringing me the menu, please?" This small adjustment makes a big difference in how you are perceived. A more indirect but polite way to make a request is, "I was wondering if." This phrase is useful in both spoken and written English, especially in emails or formal conversations. Instead of saying, "can I take a day off?" you could say, "I was wondering if I could take a day off next week." This makes your request sound softer and more thoughtful. Using phrases like this will make you sound more professional and well-mannered in English-speaking environments. By practicing could, "would you mind?" and "I was wondering if," you will be able to make polite requests naturally and effectively. These phrases will help you build good relationships with English speakers and avoid sounding too direct or impolite. Chapter 8. Words for expressing possibility. In English, it's important to express possibility clearly. Whether you're making predictions, discussing future plans, or talking about hypothetical situations, using the right words will help you sound more fluent and natural. Many learners tend to use only, maybe, or perhaps, but there are stronger and more precise words that native speakers use in different situations. One of the most useful words for expressing possibility is might. This word is used when you are not completely sure about something, but there is a chance that it will happen. For example, instead of saying, "maybe I will go to the party," you could say, "I might go to the party." This sounds more natural and is commonly used in spoken and written English. You can also use might to talk about past possibilities. For instance, he might have forgotten about our meeting means that it is possible he forgot, but you are not completely sure. Another great word for expressing possibility is likely. This word is used when something has a high chance of happening. Instead of saying, maybe it will rain tomorrow, you can say, it is likely to rain tomorrow. This phrase makes you sound more confident and helps you express probability in a clearer way. You can also use unlikely to express the opposite idea. For example, it's unlikely that she will arrive on time means that there is a small chance of her arriving on time. A more formal way to express possibility is there's a chance that. This phrase is useful in professional or academic settings where you need to sound objective and precise. For example, there's a chance that the economy will improve next year. Sounds more structured and sophisticated than simply saying, maybe the economy will improve. This phrase is especially useful when discussing statistics, trends, or uncertain situations in business or academic writing. By using might, likely, and there's a chance that you will be able to express possibility more clearly and naturally. These words will help you communicate with more confidence, whether you're making predictions, discussing plans, or analyzing future scenarios. Chapter 9. Words for giving advice. Giving advice is an important skill in English, whether you're helping a friend, a colleague, or even giving professional recommendations. Many learners rely too much on "you should," which is correct but can sometimes sound too direct. Native speakers use a variety of words and phrases to make their advice sound more natural, polite, and effective. One of the best words for giving advice is ought to. This phrase is similar to should, but it sounds slightly softer and more formal. For example, instead of saying, you should exercise more, you can say, you ought to exercise more. This makes your advice sound more like a suggestion rather than an order. Another example is, you ought to spend more time practicing English if you want to improve. This phrase is useful when you want to give advice in a polite but firm way. Another excellent phrase is, if I were you, I would. This phrase is used to give advice based on what you would do in the same situation. Instead of directly telling someone what to do, you make it sound like a personal recommendation. For example, if a friend says, I don't know whether to accept the job offer, you can respond, if I were you, I would take the job. It's a great opportunity. This phrase is especially useful in friendly conversations where you don't want to sound too forceful. A more indirect and polite way to give advice is, it might be a good idea to. This phrase makes your suggestion sound softer and more considerate. For example, instead of saying, you should study more, you can say, it might be a good idea to spend extra time studying before the exam. This phrase is great when you don't want to pressure someone, but still want to offer helpful advice. By using ought to, if I were you, I would. And it might be a good idea you can give advice in a natural and polite way. These expressions will make your English sound more sophisticated and help you communicate recommendations effectively in different situations. Chapter 10. Words for expressing agreement. Agreeing with someone is a key part of everyday conversations, whether you are in a casual discussion, a business meeting, or a classroom setting. Many English learners use basic words like yes or I agree, but there are many other ways to express agreement that sound more natural and advanced. One of the most common words for agreement is absolutely. This word is used when you strongly agree with someone. Instead of just saying yes, you can say, absolutely. That's a great idea. This makes your response sound more enthusiastic and confident. For example, if someone says, learning English takes daily practice, you can respond, absolutely. Consistency is the key to fluency. This word is very common in conversations and helps you sound more engaged. Another strong phrase for agreement is, I couldn't agree more. This expression is used when you completely agree with someone and want to emphasize that you share the same opinion. For example, if someone says, watching English movies helps improve listening skills, you can say, I couldn't agree more. It's one of the best ways to train your ears for natural speech. This phrase is especially useful in discussions where you want to express full support for an idea. A more professional way to show agreement is, that's a great point. This phrase is useful in business meetings, debates, or academic discussions where you want to acknowledge someone's idea while also adding your own thoughts. For example, if a colleague says, we should focus on improving customer service, you can respond, that's a great point. Providing better support will definitely increase customer satisfaction. This makes you sound polite and thoughtful in formal conversations. By using absolutely, I couldn't agree more, and that's a great point, you will be able to express agreement more naturally and effectively. These words and phrases will help you sound more fluent, confident, and engaged in any discussion.